Well, ADUs have become more and more popular as the cost of housing continues to climb, but the extra housing units are not always welcome by the people who live next to them.
In fact, some people who live in Rolando say ADUs keep popping up in their neighborhood, and one particular project has some people upset. NBC7's Kelvin Henry joins us live in Rolando with more details on that. Kelvin.
And now, Mark and Monica, Philip Gibbons is the homeowner that reached out to us, and take a look at his backyard because he said that he worked very hard to achieve a piece of the American dream. And now, if you could pan up a little bit, and you'll see that there's a 2-story ADU that is only feet away from his property line. And now he calls it a mini college dorm. And now he says that that is ruining the fabric of the Rolando community.
This building is a monstrosity.
Well, it makes me absolutely furious.
Philip Gibbons says the 2-story ADU under construction on Seminole Drive is making his blood boil.
I don't have any privacy here. I can't jump into my pool in a pair of Speedos and be comfortable in my own backyard.
Phil says he is also concerned about an increase in noise, parking issues, and more. Philip says he reached out to the property owner and he reads the text exchange for us.
On August 22nd, when I noticed trenching going on in the front yard, I said, "What is going on at your house?" He said, "Hi, Phil, we got the permit to build an ADU in the backyard, and the contractor is getting ready."
In a statement to NBC7, a City of San Diego spokesperson says, quote, "The ADU at 4554 Seminole Drive complies with all local and state regulations and was permitted in January 2024. The City of San Diego has continuously updated ADU regulations since 2020. These changes are in order to remain in compliance with state ADU regulations and to adopt local ones."
I guess that makes sense.
Phil says this is not the only ADU within eyesight.
4-story ADU, 2-story, 4-unit ADU, 2 houses down on that street. It used to bother me, but I can't see it anymore because of this.
Will that solve anything? That make me feel any better?
So, Terry, this news stuff has been so much fun. I'm enjoying the heck out of this. But isn't it true that California has like the most stringent restrictions for citizens? Oh, wait a minute. Only when but if it's not convenient for them, then the restrictions are different? Is that what we're getting out of this?
They started talking about ADUs many years ago. I am actually a fan of ADUs. It's a great way to add income to your living in California, put a small house in the back. But I got to tell you, when I saw it never occurred to me that they would allow a 2-story monstrosity in the backyard in a whole subdivision of single family homes. Here comes this monstrosity in the backyard that I was blown away. It never occurred to me that they would let this go. And so I looked into this. When I lived in Martinez in the East Bay, I looked into an ADU in my backyard, and they said it has to be a 10-foot setback from the property line. They had all these restrictions.
Right.
Well, here's a 2-story inches from the property line in this. I feel so bad for this homeowner. It's just, everything they do is screwed up in California. It drives me crazy.
Hold on, time out, Terry. Are you saying that this didn't increase his property value by having that nice, friendly unit next door?
Well, here's what will increase his property value. He should invite taggers to come in and write graffiti on the side of it. Then people would feel right at home around there. I think that's a great idea.
Terry Gilliam and David Berry bringing you the news, bringing you all the facts, and I guess it's kind of slighted where they can make up their own rules depending on what they want. Not what the citizens want, mind you, but if you're thinking about leaving California, you need to look us up and stick around. We've got a surprise for you at the end of our show today.
Wait. What? No! Just drive!
A frightening encounter on a Bay Area freeway. Tonight, a family shaken up after a man ran towards their car and tried to force his way inside while they were driving.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
He's just, slow walking and then a run, and I'm like terrified. Like, what do we do in that situation?
Saddle up, partner.
The man's 2 children were in the backseat at the time of that incident. Good evening. I'm Christina Redondo.
And I'm Greg Lee. This happened late Monday night on Interstate 880 in Oakland. The suspect only wearing his underwear when he tried to get inside the car.
He's just, slow walking and then a run, and I'm like terrified.
Drive. As Sai's wife resumed driving, Sai tells me the man hung on to the car door.
We're not going to sit around and just be sitting ducks It felt like an eternity. I went back to the dash cam video and replayed it over and over and over and noticed it was like only 8 seconds.
A short while later, the California Highway Patrol recovered a stolen vehicle off Grand Avenue. CHP says a man matching the description of the suspect in Tsai's case had jumped on the hood of a vehicle, also on 880, damaged the windshield, and carjacked the vehicle when the driver got out of his car.
Dancing around in their underwear. That is so degrading.
That driver was safely picked up by his girlfriend, who had been driving in a separate vehicle. CHP says they're still looking for the suspect.
But how can we make him suffer if we can't find him?
This is crazy. I can't even imagine, Terry. I'm just driving, minding my own business with my family, and somebody decides in California, I'm taking your car, but I'm in my underwear, so I'm hopping in. I mean, Terry, you lived in California a lot more than me. Did this kind of stuff happen all the time, or is it just something new?
Well, I know exactly where this is. I've driven that 880 through Oakland hundreds of times. I don't recall seeing any joggers just out jogging in their underwear on the freeway. I don't doubt that it's not discriminatory to say you can't do that, but I don't recall seeing that. And as you saw, he probably carjacked a different car. So darn good thing this guy had a clear head. I mean, you don't stop for people in Oakland anyway. I'm sorry. I love my neighbor as myself, but I ain't stopping for nobody in Oakland, because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to end well for me, let alone some guy jogging in his underwear.
So I guess this is the new policy in California. You don't have to work for your car. You don't have to go get a car or buy one. You just go down to the freeway and you can just pick the car that you want. Is that?
Well, as we saw from our previous video, you can also carjack a Nissan or a Infinity just by changing the little, plug it into the car thing and then changing the key fob. So, if you want a car that bad, just go online. You can see how to steal Infinities. That's what they're doing. They're stealing all these Nissans and Infinities, driving them through the windows of tax-paying and God-fearing business people and stealing everything they can, even over 950, I'm sorry to say.
Well, Terry, this has been so much fun, and this has been my favorite part. We do podcasts of realtors and people that have left, but the news, this is what I really, truly love. And by the way, Terry's got some news for you back there. We've got one video that's got over 10,000 views, and we've got other videos that have thousands of views. So I know you guys are watching these, and you're enjoying these, so make sure you like and subscribe and share to our YouTube channel. But Terry, this is great. Like, we get to bring the real, true news, not fake news. Anything else to say in closing?
Never a dull moment. There is enough news. We could do this every day, all day, and have plenty of material of the wackiness in California. It's just wacky what goes on in that state, and I don't see it ending anytime soon. So our paths of career of helping people escape California are wide open. We've got plenty of opportunity to help lots of people leave so they can go live a normal life in a normal part of the U.S. Welcome to America.
And speaking of Welcome to America, we have the book. It just came out recently, and I'll send a copy, so make sure you message me. Hope you're having a great day. Stay tuned, because we're going to have some crazy stories coming in next week. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.